So this problem is a percent solution mixture, and it's when we have like a beaker of one, mixture, and then a beaker of another mixture, and we're going to pour them in together, and they have different concentrations. So in this case, we're dealing with sulfuric acid. So one is a stronger percentage sulfuric acid than the other one. And I always do these problems the same way. I think I learned in high school how to do these, and my teacher would always set up this chart. So I always use the chart. And so it's kind of a 4x4 thing. So we have two things that we're mixing, the first thing and the second thing. I haven't even read the problem yet. So let's read the problem. LeBron needs 150 milliliters of a 30% solution of sulfuric acid. So this is what he needs in the end for a lab experiment. But he only has access to a 25% solution and a 50% solution. So he's going to have to mix the 25 and the 50 together to get a 30% solution. And he needs to know how much of each he needs to have. So how much of the 25% and how much of the 50% solution should he mix to make the 30% solution. So each solution has a percentage and also an amount. I usually put amount here, but our case is going to be milliliters, so we can put ml there. And then in the end, I put the end result down here. So he's going to take a 25% solution and a 50% solution, mix them together, and in the end, he's going to get a 30% solution. Now I'm going to go ahead and write that instead of writing 30%, I'm going to write it as a decimal. So 0.3. So the first mixture is going to be 25%. The second one is 50%. So I fill in the percentages. I'm mixing a 25% and a 50% to get a 30%. Now, how much of this? We don't know. How much of this? We don't know. But in the end, we know we need 150 milliliters because it tells us that in this sentence. LeBron needs 150 milliliters of a 30% solution. Okay? So then what we do is we multiply across. So this is going to, I usually write the word total here. So this is 0.25x. That's how much sulfuric acid you're getting out of the first beaker. And then this one's going to be 0.50y. That's how much sulfuric acid you're getting in the second beaker. And together we have to have 30% of 150. That's how much sulfuric acid we want total. So I never make that box quite big enough, but 0.30 times 150. Okay? All right, so you multiply across. So multiply this way, okay? Then you're going to add going down. So you add this way and this way, just those two columns, okay? So we're going to get one equation that's going to say x plus y equals 150. Hopefully that equation makes sense, that I'm taking so many milliliters in one beaker, so many milliliters in the other beaker, mixing them together for a total of 150. The other equation is going to come from here. We're going to have so much sulfuric acid plus so much sulfuric acid in the second beaker, and that's going to give us how much sulfuric acid we actually have in the mixture, in the result. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to do a few things. First of all, I'm going to multiply this part right here. So it's going to be 0.25x plus 0.50y equals, and then what is that? I think it's 50, but let me double check. No, it's 45, so good thing I double checked. 45. And then I don't like the decimals, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply this equation by 100. So then I have 25x plus 50y equals 45. No, 4,500. Okay, don't forget to multiply the whole equation by 100. Okay, so that was just working with that last column, but now it looks fairly nice. Now I want to think about that blue equation. So this blue equation up here, I'm going to use that blue equation with the orange equation. So I'm going to multiply by a negative 25, and then that's going to come down here and give me negative 25x minus 25y equals, and then I have to know what 25 times 150 is. Uh, 3,750. And that is negative because I was multiplying by a negative 25. Okay. So I'm doing this by elimination. Usually that's the easy way to do this. You could have used substitution though. Those cancel out. I'm going to get 25y equals, and then what do I get here? 4,500 minus 3,750, 750. Okay, so now I'll divide by 25, and I'm going to get y equals 30. Okay, so what does all of it mean? It means that I just found y. That was the second beaker, so I need 30 milliliters of the 50% solution. It's sulfuric acid, but all right. Now how much do I need of the 25% solution? Well, remember, x plus y has to equal 150. We have to have 150 milliliters total. So if y is 30, then x is going to be 120. So I need 120 milliliters of the 25% solution. Okay, so these are a little tricky, but you do about 3 of them and they all kind of work the same. So I think the chart helps. I've always used the chart to do this.